All right, so here's the deal. Just arrived in Singapore. I've got about 18 hours to kill. I'm way too tired to plan the adventure for myself, so I decided to let AI do it for me. Can artificial intelligence point me to the top 10 hotspots in all of Singapore? Will it tell me everywhere I need to go? Can it plan your next vacation for you? Let's find out together as we explore Singapore with the help of AI in this episode of Window Seat. Artificial intelligence is on the cusp of being the biggest game changer perhaps in our entire lifetime. It can already tell us what to buy at the grocery store, dispense our medical advice, create art and music, write books. The list goes on and on. It is truly amazing, the technology, how far it's come, and it makes you wonder, what's next?
Shall we play a game?
Well, what kind of travel agent is AI? I've got the future on my mind as I land at Singapore's futuristic Changi Airport, and I have a plan. Let's make AI plan my vacation for me. So into the search bar on ChatGPT, I type, tell me the top 10 things to do during an 18-hour visit to Singapore. And within about 4 seconds, I have a detailed itinerary of where to go, what to see, and why. The result? Some musts, some busts, and some disgusts. We'll lay it all out for you, but first, I have to make the most of my time here. So I opt for a day pass on one of those hop-on, hop-off buses. This is a great way to see Singapore or pretty much any major city around the world because for one flat fee, these buses can act as your taxi cab, dropping you off at the big tourist attractions around town and picking you back up when you're ready to move on. Plus, the open-air deck at the top of the bus gives the perfect vantage point for this city's amazing architecture and unforgettable landmarks. And it takes me straight to one of the first things on my AI to-do list, Gardens by the Bay. If you haven't already seen it all over YouTube or your Instagram feed, Gardens by the Bay is a nature park covering 250 acres right by Singapore Harbor. It's a sanctuary for green space and horticulture, and it's been made famous by those iconic super trees, soaring artificial trees that provide an observation deck with gorgeous views of this ultra-modern city, day or night. It really is clever. It's just one of the most innovative things you've ever seen. It's so original, it's so unique, and it's so Singapore. You've got to see it when you come to this town. With perhaps the most iconic attraction out of the way, it's time to hop back on that tour bus and go where artificial intelligence tells me to go. All right, next stop, ChatGPT says we got to check out Little India. It's a great looking, great smelling, beautiful ethnic neighborhood in Singapore. Let's see what they got. I'd actually been here before, and this neighborhood is unreal. The sights, the smells, the tastes. Little India has it all. Vibrant, colorful, stretching for blocks and blocks. It's a feast for the senses, with a history that dates back to the 19th century. It is bustling with food vendors and clothing markets and spices, and it cannot be missed. Next up, I hop off the bus to take in the sights of another AI suggestion, the Singapore River. From the city's days as a fishing village, the river's been integral to daily life, and it still is. You can find riverside restaurants, boat tours, souvenir shops, but never any dull moments here along the river. And a quick visit here was another win, thanks to ChatGPT. But I gotta admit, not every item on my itinerary, planned and plotted by AI, was a victory. It told me to go to Merlion Park, where the iconic Merlion statue that spits water into the bay can be found. But guess what? The statue was undergoing repairs and was blocked from view. No photos. Couldn't AI have figured that out for me? I mean, the thing had been shuttered for a month before I arrived and was due to be closed for 2 more months after. If I'm going to rely on artificial intelligence to plan my vacation, it's going to have to do better than this. And unfortunately, the next 2 items on the list are a bust. And it's not ChatGPT's fault, it's Mother Nature's. So next on the list was the observation deck on top of Marina Bay Sands. Really cool up there. Awesome views of downtown Singapore. If you come here, you got to go to the top. I've been before, and it's so worth it. Problem is, weather moved through here today, and there's lightning every few minutes, and so they've shut down the entire deck. You can't go up there, and they don't anticipate reopening it this afternoon. So got to scratch that one off the list. Also, the Singapore Flyer, that huge Ferris wheel, it's shut down because of bad weather and lightning as well. So those 2 items are a bust, but again, it's not AI's fault. We could have just typed in, hey, when you make the list, give us a weather contingency,
didn't do that, but you can get that specific with AI, and it can really help you plan out your trip.
Seems inclement weather was the theme of the day, and neither storm clouds nor AI offered any mercy.
Okay, next stop on the tour is Chinatown, which is great because it's just afternoon, and I haven't eaten since 4 o'clock this morning. Hi, ladies. And I am starving, and there's a monsoon right now, so I'm going to take cover in a Chinese restaurant here in Chinatown and find something great to eat.
This was a welcome break where I devoured some fantastic Chinese food and killed time under covered streets until the rain let up. As I meandered, I scanned the menu at some neighboring restaurants and thanked the culinary gods that this local delicacy did not wind up on my plate. And yes, it is apparently exactly what you think it is. All right, ChatGPT, you got to save me here. Where are we headed next? Shopping?
All right, so next on the list is one I probably would have skipped had I planned this little day by myself without the help of a computer. But hey, this is where AI and I differ. This place is Orchard Road. It is the most famous shopping street in all of Singapore. They say it's 6 kilometers of high-end shops. So if this is your thing, then this is your street.
There are stores and malls and high-end shops and anything your heart desires on this stretch of road. So if you're looking to engage in some commerce, Orchard Road is ripe for the picking. See what I did there? Orchard, ripe, picking. Maybe I should get AI to write some jokes for me, too. Next up, my ChatGPT tour guide tells me to explore a hawker center. They're basically large food courts with stalls serving full meals, snacks, treats, whatever you long for. There are local dishes and ethnic cuisine. These places are a way of life in Singapore, and the largest of them all in Chinatown has more than 260 stalls. You will not go hungry in Singapore, but I didn't want to go thirsty either. So when it was clear I was out of time and couldn't make it to Sentosa Island, home of Universal Studios and other amusement parks, I decided to call an audible because of my poor time management.
But thank goodness for that screw up, because it allowed me to throw in one stop of my own. The one place you cannot miss if you're coming to Singapore. You have to come here. It is this place right here, the very hotel where Singapore's signature alcoholic drink was invented.
I cannot believe ChatGPT did not put this place on the list of top 10 places to visit in Singapore on an 18-hour stop. This is Raffles Hotel, and in this very bar in 1915, a bartender invented what is now widely regarded as the national drink, the Singapore Sling. A delightful mix of gin, juice, and liqueur, the rosy red drink flies off the bar here at Raffles. They're said to sell about $30,000 worth every single day. And considering each one costs about $30 US, that's about 1,000 Singapore slings every 24 hours. See how good I am at math? If only I could count the cracked peanut shells that coat the floor of this famous watering hole, but hey, I'm not Rain Man.
A2, A2, A2.
And there you have it, with the slight buzz brought on either by the 2 Singapore slings I devoured or from my euphoric whirlwind 18 hours in one of the world's most amazing cities, I set off for the airport. My time here is done, and I'd say my first ever vacation planned solely with the help of AI was, for the most part, a success.
So there you have it. Artificial intelligence can plan your next adventure if you give it a little leeway and you're willing to deviate from the plan a little bit. It does help, certainly. It doesn't hurt, and it's certainly a look into the future because it's not going anywhere. I promise you that. That's it for this episode of Window Seat from Singapore. I'm Jeremy Hubbard.
If you have any thoughts on where we should have gone, or if you want to share your unforgettable Singapore experience, leave a comment below. We'd also love your suggestions on where we should travel next in our quest to visit every country on the planet. Be sure to hit like and share if you don't mind, and we'd love it if you hit subscribe too so you can further follow our adventures. We're back with a brand new episode of Window Seat next Friday. In the meantime, be sure to check out one of these other episodes from Window Seat.